the question that we've been asked is, what does continuous billing mean? Continuous billing means like, if you kind of raised an invoice and then you did some more work, you could just continue to bill, and then that new docket will be added to the next invoice, but the balance from the previous will be carried over. Let me show that as an example. Let's do a new matter. So this one, let's say it's a family matter, so I can say John versus Jenna, right? And you had an initial consultation, and let's say you put a flat rate for $100, right? And let's raise an invoice. So now obviously with taxes, John McEnroe needs to pay you 113. So let's quickly raise an invoice. So I'm going to do invoice, and I'm going to skip the preview, and let me raise an invoice. So now what's happened is you send John an invoice for $113, and you're expecting him to pay that, right? Now it may turn out that John doesn't pay you the entire amount. He only pays you partial, right? Like, when you click on the question mark, like, he owes you 113. Let's say he paid you only $50, right? So when you apply that $50 to John versus Jenna matter, right? And okay, let me just put a cash payment, and you apply it, the balance on this matter is going to be $63, right? Like, the client owes you $63. Now let's say you had a court appearance, and you add that court appearance, right? Attended court, and let's say that's another flat rate of $100, right? Now the client does not owe you 113. He owes you 113 plus the balance, and that is what continuous billing means. Like, uLaw will make sure that the balances from the previous, whether it was a trust transfer or whether it was a client payment, are carried over, and the contiguity of the matter is maintained, and your billing can go on forever and ever till this matter is actually closed. So when I do now a pre-bill, right, you will now see that the previous balance is picked up. It'll say, hey, in this matter, in this invoice, right, you only are charged for 113, but the balance is another $63 more owing to that amount. And we nicely put that in the summary. We say, hey, $113 is being billed. Total billable so far is $226. By the way, you have paid $50. That means the balance amount is $176. And you can keep continuing on and on. So if I keep raising this invoice, right, and I want to bill more because the client continued, all you need to do is just keep adding dockets and keep invoicing. So uLaw supports contiguous billing, which means that all you need to do is just keep progressing in your matter and keep adding more and more dockets and more disbursements. You can say, second client meeting, right? And you can add, another 150, and you'll now see that uLaw will keep increasing the client owes by the new amount, which is billed in this next invoice. So contiguous billing automatically takes care of the life cycle of the matter's progress with respect to trust, client, what has been paid in the bank, and the new disbursements and everything that's been added.